You know exactly what you need to do right now. You have a list in your head. You need to study for that exam. You need to go to the gym. You need to work on that side business. But you're not doing it. You're sitting on your bed or your desk, frozen. You feel a physical resistance in your chest. It feels like a heavy weight pressing you down into the chair. So you tell yourself the biggest lie in the world. I'm just waiting for motivation. Or, I'm too tired right now. I'll do it when I feel ready. Here is the cold truth. If you wait until you feel like it, you will waste your entire life. The human brain is not designed to do hard things. It is designed to save energy, keep you safe, and keep you comfortable. It does not care about your dreams. It cares about survival. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another hype speech. You need to understand the physics of your own laziness. In this video, I'm going to teach you a psychological model called the friction slope. It explains why you stay stuck in the same loops for years and how to hack your environment so that doing the hard thing becomes automatic. We're going to stop fighting your brain and start tricking it into working for you. Let's look at why willpower fails you every single time. Imagine every action in your life has a friction cost. Friction is the amount of energy required just to start the motion. Right now, your life is designed backward. The things that make you better, prayer, deep work, intense exercise, reading, are sitting at the top of a steep, jagged hill. To start them, you have to push a heavy boulder uphill. It requires massive activation energy. Meanwhile, the things that destroy you, porn, mindless scrolling, junk food, video games, are sitting on a grease slide going downhill. You don't even have to try to do them. You just sit down, and gravity pulls you into the pit. This is the friction slope. Your brain follows the path of least resistance. Always. It is an energy conservation machine. Evolution wired you this way. Thousands of years ago, burning unnecessary energy meant death. So your brain constantly scans for the easiest path to dopamine. If the gym requires 100 units of energy to start, and opening TikTok requires 1 unit of energy to start, your brain will choose TikTok every single time, unless you use brute force willpower to stop it. But here is the problem with willpower. It is a battery. You wake up with a full battery. Every decision you make drains it. What should I wear? Drain. What should I eat? Drain. Should I answer this email? Drain. By 6 p.m., your battery is dead. That is why you relapse at night. That is why you skip the gym after work. You're trying to fight gravity with an empty battery. The solution is not to try harder. We have to stop relying on the battery. The solution is to change the slope. We need to terraform your life. We need to flatten the hill for the good habits and raise a wall for the bad ones. We need to manipulate the physics of your environment so that the hard choice becomes the path of least resistance. Step 1 is to lower the entry friction for hard tasks. We must make the start stupidly easy. Most men make the mistake of focusing on the whole task. You think, I have to go do a 90-minute chest workout. That is heavy. That is a big boulder. Your brain sees 90 minutes of pain and hits the brakes. But the friction isn't the workout. The friction is the transition. The friction is finding your shoes, finding your keys, filling your water bottle, driving to the gym. If your gym clothes are buried in the laundry, and your shoes are in the closet, and your protein shaker is dirty, that is 3 walls you have to climb before you even leave the house. By the time you find your socks, you've already negotiated with yourself and quit. We need to apply the 20-second rule. Make the positive behavior take 20 seconds less to start. Pack your gym bag the night before and put it directly in front of your door. You literally have to step over it to leave. Put the book you need to read open on your desk with a pen on top of it. Don't close the tab for your online course. Leave it open on your browser. You are removing the decision. When the path is clear, you don't need willpower. You just walk. Think of it like a stream of water. If you dig a channel, the water flows there naturally. You are digging the channel for your future self. Step 2 is the opposite. You must make your bad habits painful to start. You need to add spikes, walls, and glue to the slippery slide. If you are addicted to your phone, but it is sitting right next to your hand while you try to work, you are fighting a losing battle. The friction is 0. It takes less than a second to pick it up. Your brain will calculate. Zero effort for high dopamine? Let's do it. You have to increase the friction until the laziness works in your favor. Put the phone in another room. If that's not enough, put it in a drawer. If that's not enough, give it to your roommate or wife and say, don't give this back for 2 hours. Log out of Instagram after every use, so you have to type the password manually next time. Unplug the PlayStation and put the power cable in a box in the closet. You want to create a moment where your lazy brain says, ugh, I want to check Instagram, but I have to walk to the other room and type the password. Never mind, I'll just keep working. This is psychological judo. You are using your own weakness, laziness, against your bad habits. When the bad thing becomes harder than the good thing, your brain will naturally choose the good thing. Not because you are a disciplined monk, but because you are lazy and you rig the game. Finally, we use physics to stay moving. Newton's first law says, objects at rest stay at rest. Objects in motion stay in motion. The hardest part of any task is the first 2 minutes. This is called static friction. It is the force required to get a heavy wheel turning. Once it is rolling, sliding friction takes over, and it is much easier to keep pushing. Your brain builds up the task in your mind to be a monster. I have to write this 10-page paper. It feels impossible. So, lie to your brain. Use the 2-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'm not going to write the paper. I'm just going to write 1 sentence. Tell yourself, I am not going to run 5 miles. I'm just going to put on my shoes and step onto the porch. You lower the bar so low that your brain cannot say no. Anyone can write 1 sentence. That's easy. Let's do it. But here is the magic. Once you write that sentence, the static friction is broken. The wheel is turning. You will almost never stop after 1 sentence. You will write 2, then a paragraph, then a page. Don't aim for the finish line. Aim for the start line. Master the art of showing up, and the work will take care of itself. To become the man you want to be, you must stop trusting your feelings. Feelings change like the weather. Some days are sunny, some are stormy. You cannot build a house on the weather. You build a house on rock. Systems are the rock. Stop trying to force a boulder up a cliff with brute force. Stop beating yourself up for being lazy. Just look at the slope. Build a ramp for your goals. Build a wall for your vices. Here is your challenge for today. This is the friction audit. Pick one hard thing you avoid, like gym, study, or prayer. Do one thing right now to make it easier to start tomorrow. Move the bag. Open the book. Pick one bad habit, like scrolling or smoking. Do one thing right now to make it annoying start. Hide the pack. Delete the app. Then write in the comments, I am changing the slope. Subscribe to Echoes of Greatness. We don't rely on motivation here. We build systems. We don't hope for a better life. We engineer it. Change your environment, and you will change your life.